Good morning, House on Noble. I hope everyone's doing as best they can in this crazy winter storm that everyone is getting, well, for most of the country. We were very warm yesterday. We were a good 86 degrees. We're very warm today. But it's raining right now and a cool front is coming, so it's gonna cool it down a little. I've warmed up my coffee 11,900 and something times. No, maybe like 3 or 4, but feels like it. I want to share with you guys some of the little DIYs that I was doing. I got some stuff from the thrift store on Saturday. I didn't film it or anything. You guys didn't get to see it. But I do, I went live last night on my other channel and I was doing my craft class. And over there, I worked on some of the projects. So I think I'm going to go see if I can snag a picture from the live of what this looked like before, because, you know, I'm new to this whole YouTube social media thing, so I didn't take a picture beforehand. So I want to share with you guys some of the stuff that I made, and like I said, I will try and throw up a picture what it looked like before I altered it. But I love a good cheap thrift. I don't know if you would want to call it thrift flip, an upcycle. I love doing that kind of stuff. I need to do it more. We got to do more of the stuff that brings us peace and joy. Not more of the stuff that makes your heart happy, because remember, your heart's a liar. Getting biblical on you there, but just stuff that brings you peace and joy. First, you have to find the peace and joy in God, and then we can go from there, right? So let me take you back to my craft room and share with you guys what I was doing. This is the mood in the house when it's raining. I have you know, when I put my stuff back out for Christmas, or from Christmas, I think maybe those are plugged in, those lamps. But like, I set the lamps back out and never plugged any of them in. There's Butter sleeping. Random. So like this one, for example, I went to go turn it on actually this morning, and look, it's still tied up. I never even plugged the darn thing in. And then I have this little lamp here, not plugged in. Never plugged this guy. This was a new thing, and I wasn't sure. Remember, I was telling you when I redid the house and put all my stuff back out, I'm like, I don't know if this stuff is gonna stay here. Well, it stayed there, and I still didn't plug it in. Today, Erin is helping again get some food for the Hope Center's food drive that they do every week. So that's where he is, and I'm gonna do my normal stuff that I do. I would normally check the Hope Center, but I just checked it Saturday, and they weren't really working on the section that I wanted to be in. They were putting more like clothes and stuff out, which I do need more church clothes, by the way. But so I was going to check there, but I think I'm just going to stay here, finish doing what I was doing, and then probably get some things listed on eBay. I did list quite a bit the other day. I think I listed like 10 or 15 things. But that's what I'm going to do. But anyways, let me stop blabbing about that and show you what I was redoing in my craft class. The main things that I worked on with them, one of them I did before class even started, because I needed it to, I just needed it to dry. It would have been too much. This was in a haul from the other day. Gosh, if I can snag a picture of that, I really got to get better at this social media thing if I want to do anything with it. If I could snag a picture of this from my video the other day where I showed this, then I'll show you the before. But I took this, which was like this color, still nice, but it did look more plastic or resin. So I was given some of this Valspar's signature antiquing glaze. Now my cat wants in. He wanted to go into the window. I have it in this Waverly stuff. Never tried that one, but it worked okay. Like, it's not tacky anymore, but it was really pretty. But again, it looked like more like just a resiny plastic. And I think with adding that to bring out the the texture and to bring out all these different lines and things, made it kind of look more like stone. So I thought that was beautiful, and I would love to have something kind of dramatic, like draping down. And could you see this up like on a tall shelf, so all you could really see was like the draping, not necessarily, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but if I remember correctly, it was $4. So I did that. And then you didn't get to see this because I didn't show it, of course, but I got this old like spindle that was, I think these are like old sewing machines or something like that. But I just put some of this paper, this like scrapbooking paper on it. I should have, like, I even said this to them when I glued it down. I go, I should have tore this a little bit so it looked like the label came off, but I didn't. I said it was a rookie move. But anyway, so I have this vase in my living room. I'll put a thing up on the screen. That is like this old chippy vase. It's really cool. It's like sort of Majolica-like, and it has like rams on the side. And I have these old spindle legs sticking out of it. So I'm either going to tuck this in with it, or this is a really cute way to store like lace, yarns, fabrics, things like that. I can wrap some around because I have a bunch of lace right there. See, it's like drooping down, that I got at the thrift store that is wrapped around these plastic things, though I'd probably need like 50 more of these to put all of them on display like that. But anyways, I just thought that was a cute little upcycle. So I did that with them. Then another thing I didn't show you, I got this little, it's a brass, well, it's not real brass because my thing sticks to it, and it's like, the whole thing looked really kind of crappy like that. And I don't typically paint brass. I like brass, but this one I did, and I used some truffle colored paint. I love this color. And then I put a little bit, well, I was going to scuff it, and I'm like, where the heck did I put my little sandpaper that I was using last night? Can't find it. So I was going to scuff it a little to bring back some of the brass to peek through the paint to make it look sort of chippy and worn. And couldn't find it, so I got out some Rub and Buff to kind of put on top, and then it was a little too much, so I put some paint back on top. But anyways, that's kind of how the base turned out, instead of being like this, just this. It just looks like, you know, not like a nice aged. It looked cheap, if that makes sense. So this goes on here, and it was a pretty candle holder, and also it had these on it, which I don't really like, but I see why, because this piece is very heavy crystal, so it like held it on. But I did that, and then the last thing I did with them was another thing that you didn't see. It came from the Family Dollar or the Dollar General or something. It had a $5 price tag on the other side. I'd taken it off. This was 50 cents or $1 at the Hope Center, and I told Bianca was helping me grab stuff. I'm like, grab that for me. I think I can change it into something. I had a little idea in my head for my craft class. So brought it home. I got all the stickers off the other side. The front said "Love Lives Here" or something like that, and it was like Pepsi Blue. And I said, I'm gonna change it up. So I went on the internet and I downloaded a copy of Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper painting, which is actually painted on a wall. So whatever rendering that you get of it, it's not going to be super duper clear because it's painted on stone. So I thought that was kind of cool. But I shrunk it down and to make it fit this. And this is what it ended up looking like. This little wooden piece was on there. I loved the color of it already. And you can see, let me take this off. You might be able to see a little bit. Like, see that blue paint? The whole thing was that color. So I just took that off and added the painting. Now, some of the glue kind of got out. So I told them, like, see, it's a little shiny. I said, if that's something like me, it would probably irk me. Oh, here we go. Like, see the glue? So you could just take the chalk paint again and make another swipe and cover that shininess up. But I'm going to put that in the house. the candle holder. All of this is going to go in the house. I made them for myself. Well, to do something for craft class and also for myself. The last thing is that cutting board right there. But I think I'm going to go, I don't know. I can look through my 12 by 12 papers. I was going to say, I think I was going to go to Hobby Lobby and see what they have, because I don't really have specifically decoupage paper. I don't have any napkins that I really like what they look like to do some decoupage with. And my papers are kind of small for the size of that. It'll just be like right in the middle, and to me that, I don't know, doesn't make much sense. Anyways, I was just going to go see if I could find a bigger size of something to do that. Now the last one I did of one of those, I think I had it forever and I ended up giving it to someone, but I remember I stained it, which it was like that color, but I stained it. Now when you do that, the decoupage is probably not food safe, so just use it for decoration. But I stained it, and then I took a stencil that I got at Hobby Lobby and stenciled over it with paint, and it looked really cute. But this time I think I want to decoupage something on it, you know, like, let me move this so I could show you. Like this paper is too small, but I think it would be really pretty set out for spring, like something like that, you know. And as much as I was telling them this, is I love like the shabby chic look. Like I love, it looks so pretty online. I love that. Mine is more of a darker style, like take the same florals and lace and prettiness, but darken it down, like a dark academia type thing. So this, but like darker greens and maybe a darker flower, and that, I don't know. I just gotta find something else. But anyways, I wanted to share that stuff with you guys. I'm gonna do, this was another thing that I picked up on Saturday, and I think it was $1. And I had seen such cute fall and spring DIYs on Pinterest. Now what they did, a lot of them, they decoupaged onto here, but they did either like rice paper, decoupage paper, napkins, something really thin, and I could see all the slits and it kind of sunk in a little. I didn't like that. But I did see one lady, and it looked like she kind of measured her paper, took it and cut it in little strips, and she did paint it. I don't know if I want to paint it because I like the color of this. And she put like one little pretty strip here of a flower, one here, and she just made it really nice. She had some lace hanging off of it, and she made it more spring-like. I was going to do that too, but since I had to wash this because it was not good, it was still wet last night, so I couldn't really do anything with that. So that was another thing that I was going to do. And I washed my barrel and the lid so I can finish up my little set of decoupaged lids, and I can put stuff in it. Like I was saying before, you can take these and put them on your kitchen counters. You could have the rice, the flour, whatever. You can use them for cookies and stuff like that, or you can have them in a room like this, and like that one has clothespins in it, the next one has lace in it. You could do stuff like that and make it look better than this room. This room is just thrown together. But yeah, those are my little projects. So maybe I'll bring you inside and see where we can put them. Real quick, I also got these from the Hope Center. They don't have their little rubber thing, so their lids slide around, but look how shrimpy and cute that is. I don't know if I showed these, but I think I'm definitely going to leave these alone. But this was the last one that I had to do the lid to. But all these are done. I want to do this. And I need to decide if I want to, for the spring, bring them into the kitchen or do separate ones and just leave these out here. So, yeah. And then I was working on, let me see if they're out here. I got a pair of old glasses. Well, those are my glasses. But I had them soaking. They need a little bit of a repair. Let me show you. I had them because they were gross. They still are gross. But see, I need to like glue this back down. Now, typically I would sell them, but they're in such a state that I don't think they'll sell, but they would make something really cool. Like, I don't know, just do something neat with them. So I was trying to wash them up enough to where I can get a little bit of adhesive and put some and glue that back down. And yeah, so someone was going to throw these away. And I was like, no, don't do that. So we're going to do something with those too soon. Really have to change that light bulb. It's a bright one. But anyways, that is the little planter that I was telling you about, that I have these old furniture spools sitting in. It used to be somewhere else, but when Christmas time came and I moved everything around, it got put there. So I'm still working on it. But that is what I was talking about. So I don't know if that spindle is going to go in there or if I'm going to save it for the lace. So let's see what it looks like. I think it makes a cute little addition in there. I don't think it looks bad. Especially if I got like a couple more to mix in with the old spindles. I don't think it looks bad at all. You see how I have that stuff up high there? I was kind of imagining something like this up there. I did get that candle holder. I have to find somewhere for that. But I don't know, I might move that around and see what that all looks like up there. I've been playing with it for a minute. You can see right there. I took down the champagne bucket and there was a flamingo and an extra bookend right here. Actually, that was a shelf, but the match to it fell down and broke. But I think I'm gonna try and take some of those books and split them up to make that a little taller and see. And then I went around the house. I stole a little plant from in here because I don't have a lot of flowers. Now, most of the flowers that I do have, like that lady, those flowers came in her. They're stuck in her head. Most of the flowers either, it came in like a vase or something I got at the thrift store. Or I did get a bundle of flowers at the thrift store, and it was to put in our antique booths to display pretty vases. So that's why you'll see like some pink and stuff like that. I don't really do that. I do like purple. And I like white. I love magnolias. Like, let me show you. Like, I bought these magnolia flowers. I love those. These were in a bundle at Goodwill, and I got them to decorate the vases at the at our antique booth. But, I mean, they're still beautiful, even though I don't have a whole lot of, like, this color. You know, the white kind of matches anything. So I still put it in there because it looks pretty. Warm in here. Okay, look how this looks if you saw it from a tabletop. Look at these flowers sticking out the back. But you're not gonna see that on this side. Okay, then I have you there. These little flowers are from Dollar Tree, these hangy thingies. I got those on purpose because I have a different thing in my room that I needed some drapery, but they get everywhere. You touch them and the little things fall everywhere. Okay, let me see what else I can do. This is the little shelf. I told you I had some white books right there. So I think this is the free Bible that I got. That's my grandmother's Bible right there. So I had these on top of the other one. Maybe I'll switch this around. A little more color there. I don't know, we'll see. It's still stark white, but what can I do? That's what this looks like from here. So like you come in and that's what you'd see. but I think I'm gonna still mess with it a little bit. But that doesn't look too bad. Here's part of my current little collection for my, it's so much easier to find Mary at the store than it is to find Jesus. So here's my Jesus there, and then Jesus there. So I've gotten a few more since I've shown you guys last. I found her at the thrift store. I think I got her, or maybe not. I don't remember. But, oh, and I added this cross. And then I have another area, but I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this guy. I think this is sitting on here crooked, like how they did their hole. So it's kind of tripping me out because it's lopsided. But still haven't found a place to put it. I took down a tall candle that was just, I didn't know where, it was this thing. It was just too much for right there. So I think I'm gonna leave that like that for now. And then I gotta do something with this. These are cool though, because you can put a candle in them, or, I mean, you can use them as paperweight holders, or some of those glass inserts that you find at the thrift store fit in these, and then you can use tea light candles. Oops, how'd that just turn on? It's supposed to be with a remote control. That's weird. Okay. Okay, I guess you could twist it on at the bottom. Oh, it's supposed to be with a remote control, so that's creepy. I put that is a shelf that's turned upside down. I had two of them and one broke, but I just set that back on there. And sometimes you just have to leave things for a minute, you know, minute meaning like a few days, to see if you really want to keep it there, if you really like it. So that's probably what I'll do, is I'll leave all of that there. I think that purple is sticking out to me as much as I like purple, but I'm gonna leave all that there and see how I like it. I rearranged the champagne bucket. So I took my pretty sort of Majolica colored vase, planter, whatever you want to call it, and I layered it in that transferware bowl, and it doesn't look bad on here. And I put the champagne bucket where that vase was, on the little brass stand in the corner. Didn't really find a spot for this girl yet, and I don't necessarily want a purple candle, but I think it needs to be a shorter candle, and my other ones are on the tall side. They like pop out of the top. Okay, you're not wanting to participate. Nope, can't do it that way. Okay, but I mean, in the kitchen it looks really pretty. That flame needs to go down though. Look at all that black soot. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I haven't found a spot for this yet, but I'm sure I will. It is a pretty little touch, especially at nighttime. One thing I want to share with you before I go that's very important. If there's anybody out there that is struggling, if there's anyone out there that, I would say struggling. Struggling is a good word. Struggling to believe, struggling to have faith, struggling with family members, struggling with day-to-day life, struggling with just anything. I want to read for you this psalm because we were reading it in church and I thought it was amazing. If you want to look it up for yourself, it's Psalm 139. And anyways, let me flip my phone around and we can read it together. So this psalm right here, this one's pretty good. It really lets us know that God has like an intimate knowledge of every human being. And in this passage, it really touches on the fact that he's omnipresent. So he knows your thoughts and your actions and your words before they occur. And that he created us intentionally in the womb. So he knew every single one of us. He stitched you together. So I want you to know that going into here. So it says, okay, I'm going to read this for you. Now, I kind of shot myself in the foot with some of the highlighter, but let's go. Psalm 139. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light will become night around me, even the darkness will not be too dark for you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is a light to you. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book, before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, God. How vast is the sum of them. Were you to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awake, I am still with you. If only you, God, would slay the wicked. Away from me, you are bloodthirsty. They speak of you with evil intent. Your adversaries misuse your name. Do I not hate those who hate you, Lord, and abhor those who are in rebellion against you? I have nothing but hatred for them. I count them my enemies. Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way of the everlasting.